All right, everybody, welcome back to the show. I am here with my guy, the man, the myth, the legend himself, the multi-timed flag football champion, my guy, Daniel. What's going on, man?
What's up, man? What's good?
Same old, man.
Hey, hey, listen. You
Football's
know what I got to
here.
do?
Uh-oh. Hold on.
Shout out my boys.
Oh, man. Hey,
Oh man.
fuck it. I'm with you. Fuck that. Long as Arch Manning playing, I'm cool with it.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, he lost his Heisman. It's too much stuff.
It's over. Yeah,
In college, man, if you miss a week,
it's
you dang near
done.
out the Heisman race.
You missed,
It's
what is this,
because
3 weeks? This will be the
yeah,
third
three
week?
weeks. Especially if your backup is doing
Killing.
numbers as well, and they just like, okay, well,
Why is he that
but
fast? That's what I've been like. What
he's
the
a man.
fuck?
He's a man. And come on now, like
But why
he
is
was
he
gonna get that
so
hype
fast?
regardless.
That shit doesn't make sense. How fast he really is. Like I
Hey, and
seen him
they
hit the corner
low
and was
key
like,
hold him
damn,
on that touchdown too, like because he scored on that.
that
He
shit
went
was.
up the sideline as hell. I'm like,
Yeah, that's the run I was talking.
yeah,
I was like, damn, this motherfucker, he took off.
damn, they gonna give us a minute with speed. Somebody
That's
said we got
crazy.
a minute
Yeah,
with speed before GTA 6.
I'm weak, bro. Damn, GTA 6 still ain't fucking. What is that? Next year, 2026.
I don't even know, man. I ain't no big gamer. They can have that. I ain't even in no rush for it.
It been 10 plus
We
years.
probably
I
have
know that.
another man in the NFL before that
Boy,
happened.
that's coming out soon though. But all right, let's run through some of the shit from last week. What's some games? Oh, I just want to point out Cowboys. I haven't really been dipping into my Cowboys back because I feel like now this has become like the mainstream narrative that Dak is just mediocre. I don't know where everybody has been all last year. What the fuck? I was saying this shit all last year when everybody was
Because
hyping
he
him up as
finally got
MVP.
paid.
Yeah, I
Because he
mean,
finally got paid. Now everybody like, okay, well, he
he,
looked more like 60 million when he didn't have it. But now that
yeah.
he got it, I don't think he looked like 60 million.
But that's
but
how it works. Like once they
but
get paid,
but
we
he's
hold you
been
to a higher
playing the
standard.
same. But
Exactly.
he been playing the same.
The exact
It's
same.
actually because the defense sucked. Like that's
Yeah.
really what it is. Like go get the dude you about to pay $35 million talking to because the way he been playing at the beginning of the year, is he really worth 35 million? Dude, look,
Who you talking about?
Micah Parsons.
Okay, yeah, that's crazy. Okay, that's what I thought. I just wanted to make sure because yeah, it's not looking. I
The one
said
you
it.
about to have to pay 35 million plus, but he out there doing all the talking. But if you watch his film, he'd be like, boy, you out there getting bullied. Like, let's
He
start
is.
there.
He what he when he was at Penn State, he was an outside linebacker, right? Running I think they was in a 3-4. So he wasn't hand in the dirt on the line every single play. There
No.
was a lot of plays he was dropping back in coverage. He was going out to the flat. He was doing a lot of shit. He was lining up at middle linebacker, like, and now you just got him as a
Straight
edge. Yeah,
DE
he's just a straight
right.
rusher, and it's like he's 6'2", 220. I don't think that's where he's best suited at. He literally, you just double teaming him, and he's gone out the game. And that's what I've been saying. That's why I called him soft in the last
Or
week.
they
Cause
just
yeah,
run or they just run his way because
tire
I
him
mean he
out.
already right and it's just like but if he was a linebacker it'd be easier for him to get it off the go
Oh
especially
yeah,
outside
because he got people
like a
up front
stand up
protecting
player.
him. Yeah, like somebody else got to absorb the double team, or somebody got to come off and come up to the second level to come block him, and that's when he can get jiggy and get around people. But if you're gonna keep doing this, that shit's sad. Cowboys,
I
that
mean
shit
well I
mediocre,
mean
bro. Come on, what are they doing? And shout out Malik Neighbors. That shit gonna stay about to stink without Malik Neighbors. The Giants about to be trash, bro, without Malik. That's their whole team. He was the only one productive on the
yeah
whole fucking
man listen
team.
because he my fantasy he been winning me all these damn weeks now I got to figure out what I'm gonna do
Oof, that's rough.
like
Yeah, because he was on fire.
uh
But yeah,
because
Cowboy,
he's not playing this week right.
he hurt. You didn't see him get knocked the fuck out? He got knocked smooth out. That's face down in the ground, knocked out. Like he was done.
uh,
Concussion. I think it's concussion, but I ain't looked it up.
yeah
But yeah, Cowboys won barely against the Giants, 2015. That shit was sad. Sunday we got
yeah
Falcons just barely beat the Saints.
yeah division game though
Division game,
so
they get weird.
nothing.
Yeah. Oh,
It's about to be another one tonight.
Bears Rams. I just want to go back real quick. We don't have to. We don't have to stay here that long. I stand by what I said with the Caleb Williams, Jaden Daniels shit. Like it's because I was watching even closer after I fucking went crazy and shit. And Caleb Williams is doing everything. He's checking shit at the line. He's calling the protections. He's doing everything for he's doing all that shit. And then Jaden Daniels was just literally coming up and making one fucking read. It's crazy. Now he dominating, so it's working. I can't hate on the fact that it's working, but I stand by that. I just want to point that out. Bears beat the Rams 24-18. It was ugly. It wasn't great. Yeah. They finally ran the ball. They finally blocked. That's all I can ask for in that shit. Just blocked for this motherfucker. He still didn't have 200 yards though. So it's like y'all blocked finally, but he didn't do shit. He didn't have to do shit. They
blocked for the running back.
And shout out to Bears defense. They finally kind of looked more like people said they was. They was on Stafford ass.
They've been good this whole year though.
Yeah, but it ain't been like top tier. They looked a little more top tier shutting down Stafford. But yeah, so what's next? Vikings Packers. Now this is a little bit deceiving. 31-29. It was not a 31-29 game. I think the Packers scored 2 or 3 touchdowns in the last 6 minutes of the game. It was a blowout.
Yeah, the Vikings was putting on them all game. Like it wasn't even Sam Darnold went crazy on there.
I wrote down in my notes. Vikings offense is a machine, unstoppable. Just like they just that shit to perfection.
Yeah, it looked like they ready. They like mid-season type shit. Like they just hike it. That's an old Vikings, but yeah, they hike, and he just goes through his progressions. Like, and he's just like, who's there? If JJ not there, cool. I'm going to Addison or back in the backfield or back to JJ
every time. So and it's easy. It looked too easy.
Yeah, I don't know. The Vikings. We'll get to that when we do our top 10 list. But I got them. I mean, I got them where I feel like they need to be. But I think they're a good team. I just something about.
Oh, we'll save it till we get to the. Yeah. I just wanted. I brought that up because I want to point out my main takeaway from that game was Jordan Love is in full goofball mode again.
Well, I was saying, why did they bring him back this week?
I don't know why, but
I feel like it was pretty early.
Yeah,
I feel like it was too pretty. Like you won 2 in a row with Willis, so you did everything what you was supposed to with your backup.
Yeah,
you went in.
Just get dubs.
Keep your quarterback out. Right, just keep your quarterback out another week or so.
And then not only that, he threw the ball 50-something times. He threw the ball.
I know. I seen that too.
54 times.
What? 4 touchdowns, 3 picks, or some shit like that. Like, what are we doing?
And when I tell you, some of them picks was just like, again, he's gonna have those moments all the time where it's like, what are you doing? What was you looking at? Like, where are you going with this? What are you like? Who?
But 3 times, 4 or 350. Dude,
and it was all like in the first half too. That's the even crazier part.
But it's like the game plan was. Let's go see if your ankle is really good. Throw 50 times.
That's sick. Another weird game. Colts Steelers. Do we want to get into that here or do we want to push that? Let's push that till we get to the quarterback shit. But Joe Flacco came in and actually they looked better with Joe Flacco.
Well, but we this is gonna bring up a whole conversation that we brought up a minute ago. If people actually pay attention and listen to us, that quarterbacks in our era could come in here and if it's just, even though it was a running era back then, we still had quarterbacks that could throw. It's just they was, because we seen it once passing became a thing. All the older quarterbacks in our era stayed longer and they just I'm sitting there and just torching defenses
because they knew what they was looking at.
It's just like, okay, we can actually throw now. You gonna let me throw the ball 40 times? Crazy. I'm about to do 350 now.
Yeah, I'm about to get 400 yards.
Because it was, and I think now you see a lot of these stories talking about quarterbacks not being able to read the defenses. It takes them longer to read it and go through progressions. That's why you saying they got with Jaden Daniels, where it's just like, all right, here's your read, or run. It's just like, because I don't know what it is. Even Tom Brady came out and said something about like developing of quarterbacks and things like that. Even we could say with Pat, took him a minute to understand the cover two.
He said it was like, year 3 basically or something like that before he could read a defense. Like, wait, what? You won the Super Bowl? You can't even read a defense? What are you talking about?
Yeah, it's just how good you really are. Some of them really got to be that good to be able to play and not being able to read defense.
Yeah.
But,
I mean, look at this. Look at Sam Darnold, year 6. Josh Allen, year 6. Patrick Mahomes, year 7. Lamar Jackson, year 6. Who else? It's somebody else. Baker Mayfield, year 6. Like all these guys that are exploding right now, and we're like, whoa, where did this come? Geno in year 13 or something crazy. Like if veteran quarterbacks matter. Andy Dalton came in, made the fucking Panthers a real team with a real offense.
Right.
Joe Flacco came in last week, made the Colts look like a real offense. And it says something when we look at Andy Dalton, Joe Flacco, of guys who are like fringe, like Pro Bowlers, you know?
But I mean, I know we talk shit about the backups and it's like, oh, he's a backup now. But it's like, it's a lot of these backups now that could be like, I could be your bridge quarterback until you find your other. They competent enough, like not the younger backups. I'm talking older. Look at Chad Henne came off the bench and won us a
playoff game,
and won some games and won us a playoff game and everything. So just like the older, like the quarterbacks in the, I would say late 90s, early 2000s, those quarterbacks is probably the generation of quarterbacks in like that can switch eras. Like that's that era switch quarterback who could play in that like tough era.
They can play now,
or the air out era. Like so, and it showed you right now with Andy Dalton, Joe Flacco.
I want to throw something out there too that also I feel very bad for some of these wide receivers. I can't remember what game it was. It was either Jaden Daniels or C.J. Stroud, because I remember like, damn, like, because he just threw it into triple coverage. Whoever, I can't remember what it was, but somebody threw it into triple coverage, and the wide receiver got murdered by all three. He got hurt. Whoever it was, he got hurt. They had to take him to the sidelines, and he was cooked. It was like, bro, imagine if it was 2001 and he threw that pass. That motherfucker that'd be a dead body.
Yeah.
That'd have been a dead body. Sean Taylor and fucking
Bernard Pollard.
Yeah, what? He would have been dead throwing that ball. He was triple covered. He made the catch though. That's the craziest part. He caught it.
But the crazy things about the safeties back in those days is they didn't care about. They'll let you catch the ball.
Yeah, just to take your head off. Yeah.
I've seen it thousands of times back then, early 2000s, where they just like they had a whole segment on SportsCenter called "Jacked Up" for a reason. Yeah, where dudes
now
just
they need to bring it back and just call it fucking CTE Fest. That's what that shit is or was.
No, it's called targeting and not a defensive receiver hit now.
But what are we saying? Anthony Richardson is just injury prone, right? Because he barely got hit. At
this point,
he barely got hit on his hip. When I seen it. And he grabbed his hip. I was like, bro, that's what?
And he too big for that.
Yeah, you supposed to be this big, strong quarterback.
He's supposed to be a running quarterback, big and strong. But every time he get hit, dude,
he get hurt. Every time he get hit, he get hurt. It's ridiculous. But
that was actually a smart pickup for the Colts.
Oh yeah, like, they knew they needed a real backup.
Very smart. Yeah,
y'all went got the best
after
backup
what he
from
did
last
year with the Browns, right? It's just like, okay, cool. Like if he get hurt, we're gonna have somebody who come in here, and it's weird that he's playing this good. I don't know. It's awkward.
It's very. But how old is Joe Flacco? Ain't too old.
37, ain't he?
36, 37. Yeah. Let me see. Joe Flacco is 39. Fuck.
Oh shit!
Okay, never mind. And you see what he said? This man said Anthony Richardson mama is 8 days older than Joe Flacco. That's where we at now in the NFL. He's 39, and this man Anthony Richardson mama is 39. But I mean, learn to read defense. Again, this was one of them games. It was not as close as it seemed. They was up 23 until the third quarter or something crazy like that. I don't know what happened to T.J. Watt. I don't know if Joe Flacco just somehow neutralizes what T.J. Watt could do, but he didn't really flash this game. So shout out to the right tackle. I don't even know who the Colts right tackle is, but damn.
Joe Flacco, like I've seen people like you before. I'm not worried.
Yeah. Broncos Jets, fucking terrible. I had it on all the way until like the fourth quarter, and I turned it off finally.
Well, I just don't even want to speak on that game, man. How Aaron Rodgers messed up so many parlays in America.
What did he have? Bo Nix had 60 yards and they won. That man had negative 7 yards going into the half. How do you throw the ball? He was like, hold on, I got it written in the notes. I know I wrote 7 for 14, negative 7 yards going into halftime. You lose that game.
How do you complete? His average was negative 1 yard.
Completion, bro. Cortland Sutton had 53 yards of the 60 on three catches. Bro, come on, man. What is going on?
And then
this man got picked in the top 15 picks, bro. Bo Nix got picked in the top 15 picks. What is going on? What is this?
Is this what we gonna get from rookies now?
What are we? I don't want to be subjected to this.
This is the stuff, bro. Why can't we have this man sit behind a veteran? Stop doing this to these boys. Like
Joe Flacco was right there. Andy Dalton was right there.
Like y'all really got these dudes out here playing and getting their ass beat for 65 yards.
They won the game.
I get that, but
how?
But they won. What the score was like 9. What was it? Was 9-10. It was
it was fucking stupid. That's what it was. It was fucking dumb. And listen to this. This is third down. 3 for 14 and 4 for 17. That was both teams' third down conversions. Like, bro, this is disgusting. This game for me was like a overall, like, just a nice magnifying glass on like what's wrong with the NFL right now. It's like a lot of you know how much you have to be checking the ball down to get negative yards.
Yeah,
you're only checking down and getting tackled behind the line. Like
it's screens and
screens getting blown up. Like and you're not even productive on the screen.
Receivers not even blocking on the outside. What are we doing here? Like,
but the Jets,
passes that go to nothing.
I feel dumb that I thought the Jets would be good because watching this, Aaron Rodgers he washed up, bro. I hate to say it like that. Like
he's 40.
Yeah, but I
mean,
an
Achilles injury. Like,
fucking shows Joe Flacco, and he had a way better game than Aaron Rodgers.
I mean, he ain't coming off no injury.
True.
And Joe Flacco had never been a quarterback that relied more on mobility.
Yeah. Well,
and we don't expect Joe Flacco to be good. So yeah, that too. But
sad.
But I mean, I don't really think I had high expectations for Aaron after the injury anyway. Like. Because pre-injury, he was making a decline.
Yeah, but this is bad though. I don't know.
Yeah, but I mean, does he? At this point, is Aaron Rodgers trust himself and like playing with his injury more than he says, or less than he says, or so I don't know because I think
he's running. He had a nice little run, like some 10-yard run in there, but it's just
well, yeah. I hope he ain't just out there getting his ass beat. I hope he runs for it, but
it's tough.
I don't know. 10. I mean, but he getting what. Sometimes football guys ain't gonna make it too easy for you once you acted an asshole. But like you asked for everybody that you got, and now that you see it, everybody was saying everybody was saying like. If the Jets stay healthy, how good they was gonna be. Well, I don't know too many people that's hurt on the Jets team. They probably one of the healthiest teams right now.
They got offensive line hurt. They left tackles hurt now, so
right, just got
really
hurt.
About to be fucked.
Yeah, but still, like
none of this matter. Bo Nix threw 60 yards in an NFL game, bro.
But come on, yeah, I get that. But if I was a defender, I'd be mad because these one of the games where the defense can really sit down in the locker room and be like. We did our job.
Man, we held them to 10 points, and we lost by 1. Y'all couldn't even go get a touchdown with Aaron Rodgers, Garrett Wilson, Brandon Allen, fucking Breece Hall. We couldn't even go get one touchdown.
Yeah, and being Chiefs fans, we know that feeling because we lost a game with all field goals.
Yeah. Yeah, it hurts.
And we scored 2 touchdowns.
All right, let's move through some of these games too. Eagles, Bucks. Just go ahead and fire Sirianni. Just
we don't even need to have a talk about this team. The Eagles. Yeah, and then talk about another quarterback getting paid a lot and don't know how to hold on to the ball.
And on the opposite side, a quarterback that's not getting paid a lot, that's fucking dominant right now. 8 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. I think he has he's one of the I think there's only 3 or 4 quarterbacks over 1,000 yards, and he's one of them.
Isn't he only getting like $30 million a year?
Yep,
33.
I think they signed him for 3 years, $100 million, something like that.
Yeah, so like a little over $33 million.
Yeah, almost half.
Looky there.
Almost
half. I could pay a quarterback 3 years, $33 million. He's 3-1 right now.
Yeah.
Build a team around it, and let's see what goes on.
Well, to jump to the other side of that, we got the Bengals beat the Panthers 34-24. I mean, we said it. Andy. I mean, they kind of. This was a closer game than it. It was pretty close, but I didn't watch. I barely watched any of this. I figured the Bengals have to win this game.
Yeah,
there was the fact that
it was going to be more of a conversation. It was going to be more of a conversation if they lost.
And it's funny because Andy Dalton has been so good. Nobody was like, "How this was an attempt." They should have blew him out. Nobody said that. It was just like, "Oh, good win." That's right. That says a lot about Bryce Young. That's crazy, right? We were just talking about this might be the worst team ever. The Panthers might
after the first game. After the first game, Andy Dalton played. Everybody's like, "Oh,
they're pretty good. Pretty good team."
It might be
they got Chuba Hubbard and Xavier Legette.
They probably could have been. They probably could have been 2-2 if he started the year.
Yeah, easily. But that's how bad it is. That's how bad Bryce Young is. That Andy Dalton comes in and we just forget that we were saying this might be one of the worst teams of all time. So, is he a bust? It feels like it. Starting to feel like it.
It's giving me Josh Rosen vibes.
Just can't play. Well, let's talk about
somebody. But Josh Rosen never got a chance.
True.
But
let's talk about somebody else that might be a bust that also falls into this category of paying a quarterback $50-60 million a year and them not producing. Trevor Lawrence, come down to the stage, my guy. Now, he wasn't bad this game. That's the crazy part. But somehow
they just didn't win.
Still lost. Yeah, like this game. And it's funny because, like, I've been kind of on top of CJ Stroud a little bit. And even though I didn't even realize he had 350 yards, 2 touchdowns, but it was one of those, it didn't feel like it. It's the same thing. Let me go look up again. Mm-hmm. I got to see their third down conversion. See, today they convert 7 for 13 on third down. Pretty good.
It's decent.
The problem with this game, like, I think somebody, I wish I knew who said it, but they're like the worst team on first down. They just get like barely a yard on first down average. Like that to me, that's why. Okay, that makes more sense why their third down efficiency is also bad because it's third and long every fucking time.
Right.
Every drive.
You sitting at 3rd and 7s and 6s instead of putting yourself in a good situation first down.
And it's like Nico Collins go scramble. CJ Stroud gonna scramble, throw it to Nico Collins, and it works. The man had 150 yards.
Yeah.
That shit crazy. Triple team him. Fuck. He's the only one. He's the only one consistently dominating. Like, what are we?
Man got 100 yards more than any receiver. So.
They had to run a fucking jet sweep to Stephon Diggs the other week just to fucking get him touches. It's fucking Nico Collins is dominating the ball so much. But Trevor Lawrence 0-4. Coach fire. Are we going to start having a conversation about these paying these quarterbacks before they've done anything? The man made one Pro Bowl in 4 years, and you paid him max money.
We gave him a situation. We gave him a solution.
Yeah, true.
We know what they got to do, but
it's just that was a gross game. Let's see. Yeah, they was up. They came. It was a comeback from the Texans. Shout out to Texans. I think they're a good team. We'll get into that a little bit, but I think they're a good team because they can look fucking terrible all game and they still win. Kind of like another team that is a different level because they won 2 Super Bowls, but
but
similar stuff. Let's go to another first round pick. Jesus Christ, a first and a second round, or first number 1 overall and a second overall. quarterback played, and I lost money on this game pretty badly, and it was over basically immediately. Commanders beat the Cardinals 42-14. After that first quarter, second quarter, whenever that was, they scored one of those touchdowns, and I was like, they just went on like a 4-minute drive, like 75 yards. They ran like
Commanders went crazy.
Yeah, it was like a 6-play, fucking 5-minute, 60, 70-yard drive. I was like, yeah, this is
what they say. Commanders got more offensive touchdowns than Jaden Daniels got incompletions.
That's crazy.
This year.
I mean, shout out to them, man. And again, it's like they running the fuck out the ball. Like Brian Robinson.
Oh yeah.
I don't know why he just came back to life out of nowhere. Maybe because he felt like, I got a quarterback now. We can actually win. Let me try to do something because we actually have a chance to win.
And they're pretty young too.
Yeah, the whole team.
Yeah, so it's just like maybe they all starting to mesh the thing. If they can snag one of these receivers to another receiver.
Yeah,
and what they saying in that.
Shout out to fucking Bobby Wagner, bro. Still led the team in tackles. Like, what the fuck? He's still playing?
Man been in the league 15 years.
Man, that shit crazy. That's weird for a linebacker. But
he ain't broke the tackle record yet. Shit. Don't he average 115 tackles a year?
Something like that, yeah. But Jaden Daniels, I got to give it up. He's as much as he's just making one read and doing all that shit, he's still killing. I got to give it up. But that game was trash. Cardinals, that's they played a good team, 1-3.
That's your sneaky team.
It's a lot of people's sneaky teams 1-3 right now.
I can't remember, but I feel like my sneaky team was the Bucks, but
I don't.
It was somebody in the NFC South.
We can go back and look. I'll go back and figure out. Patriots 49ers, didn't watch that. They dominated. That's it. Browns Raiders, didn't watch that either. That shit was
no. That was trash. I think I refused to watch the Browns.
At this point, Deshaun Watson is bad enough where I don't turn those games on. It's just
not no more. It's not 2017, whatever year that was.
So let's go to the hometown team, Chiefs, Chargers. How did you feel about this game? I'll ask you that first.
I ain't gonna lie, I missed the first half.
Oh man, well,
I was at football, but because I was playing in my game. So I'm sitting there playing a game, and I just threw a touchdown, and I turn around, and it's like, Pat just threw a pick. I'm like, huh? I was like, the game just started? And it's like, yeah. I was like, God damn it.
And I just threw that pick and killed fucking Rashee Rice's knee, man.
Yeah, and then I heard somebody was like, man, Rice is out. I'm like, Rice is out.
Yep. Pat
and
did
it. Like,
Pat threw that pick,
I'm like,
tried to make the tackle.
Going on?
Dude moved out the way, because Rashee Rice reached around, and the way he pulled him, it just moved the dude right out the way, and Pat just right into his knee.
It looked like Rashee made the dude fumble.
Yeah, he did. Because Rashee was coming from one way, and he grabbed him, and I think he grabbed the ball or grabbed his arm. And when he pulled him, it just turned him so perfect, just moved him right out of Pat's way. Pat tucked his back towards the dude to try to tackle him, and just didn't even see where he was going. Sad.
My man said, I'm close my eyes and dive.
But shout out to fucking Kareem Hunt, bro. Kareem Hunt.
Oh yeah. I made it home by what? End of second. Yeah, Kareem looked good. Like
I don't want to throw it out there,
a little bit more time in the offense, but
bold take. He looks a little more efficient than Pacheco. He looked a little even better running than Pacheco did, or does, I guess.
They run different. They have two different styles, though. Like Pacheco runs, the way he runs make it look like it hurt.
I guess
because he's just so aggressive.
I guess I feel
Kareem is more smooth.
I feel like he's slightly more. I don't want to say explosive, because if you put him in the open field, it's not. But that little 5-yard gap, like just running it straight down the middle, he's definitely more sturdy and explosive through the hole.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Is like Pacheco is more. His playing style is he loved contact, so. I don't know. It's just like it seemed like he played more pinball because he always bouncing off somebody. And Kareem just looked like he just, he hit the hole and he just wiggling through.
I guess he is.
I don't know. It's two different styles to me.
There's no way that they the same size. There's no way Kareem Hunt, Pacheco. Yeah, Pacheco is 5'10", 215. Kareem Hunt is 5'11", 215. There's no fucking way that that's true. Y'all, why y'all lying? Why y'all lying about niggas' weights? There's no way Kareem Hunt is 215, bro. Like, stop. That man is 225, 230 out there going crazy. He's definitely not.
But that's definitely a cool one too. I like that.
Oh yeah,
Kareem and Pacheco.
And so, I mean, I feel bad for Carson Steele, bro.
But you know what? All these shout outs you giving, let me throw one in there.
Okay.
Shout out to Spags and that defense, boy.
Bruh. Yes.
Shout out to Chris Jones, that D line, the one that you said that was gonna be kind of, I don't know. And I was shaky, like,
yeah.
I think our D line gonna be good.
Well, it also helps that for whatever reason this year, they're just saying, hey, Chris Jones, whoever you want to go against, figure it out before the snap. Like, just you decide. We don't give a fuck.
And he be moving the D lineman over. He be like,
yeah, like you go over there, I'm going right here. Because they didn't have their tackle, so he was just picking like, okay, what tackle do I want to go
at? Side?
That's fucked up.
He was killing that line.
He was killing them.
As soon as that D line period. As soon as the ball was hiked, the D line said, okay, we got it. Let Spags. Well, you know what's crazy about Spags? I was telling one of my bros, I said, I don't know if people really sit down and like watching defense like I do. Like if I take a break, I'd rather take it during the offensive snap than the defensive snap because I just love how our defense play. Because Spags be calling some of the craziest defensive like schemes, and it's actually pretty cool to look at. Like, damn, bro, like you got linebackers sneak, and then you got a whole different side, and they doing the twist and they hit their gaps hard too. Yes. These dudes be, especially, you remember I text you, I was like, running, like we hit our run gaps so hard, it's freaking ridiculous. Like the way we stop fourth and shorts and third and shorts is freaking it's crazy.
Yeah. The weirdest thing to me that I always see is fucking you drop the safety down into the box like pre-snap and then he still goes deep. Like, God, you trust them motherfuckers a lot. You trust Justin Reed a lot. You dropping him into the box and they're saying, but you still got to go cover deep. Like, just sprint back. Like, yeah, okay.
Sprint back.
But we doing that because, in the fourth quarter,
he's coming on the back corner.
Yeah, in the fourth quarter, he about to blitz. Yeah, that shit crazy.
Oh, yeah, because then they going to think he got a, oh, okay, cool. He going to have that. Yeah, it's going to kill everything.
That shit is wild, bro. But, hey, Chris Jones killed so much, FAU look nice.
Man, listen. Yeah.
Like, FAU was just out on the island on plays because they was trying to double and slide in the fucking line one way to Chris Jones, and FAU was like, oh, hey.
And Karlaftis was getting off. The thing about Karlaftis is, bro, swipe the arm. You know how many forced fumbles he could have had if he just trying to grab the jersey and he on the throwing arm side? Swipe the arm down. You could have forced them fumbles so many times.
Because that power rush, he gets deep, but he don't never get off the block. It's like you there.
He just it's like he reach. Pushes the dude so far, and he's just like, okay. I'm just like,
I can't get off the block, so fuck it. Yeah, just reach out past this fucking lineman, bro. You done pushed him in his lap.
He looked like he got short arms.
He probably do. I wouldn't doubt that he got short arms. What's this? Sunday night. The Bills got their ass. Oh, go ahead.
I would say also valiant effort by the Chargers.
Yeah, you got shut out in the second half. Like, it happens.
It's
the Chiefs' defense. Come on, you can't be mad. You didn't have some of your receiver. You didn't have Quentin Johnston. I don't think he played.
No, he played. He scored.
Oh, he didn't do shit. Okay, no, that was Ladd McConkey.
He caught McConkey. He caught that pass down the sideline to put him in the goal line one time.
I just want to Ladd McConkey doing that to Trent McDuffie and who was the other play he did? He killed. I think it was Najee Johnson. I don't know which one it was, but shout out Ladd McConkey. I was saying anybody but Ladd fucking McConkey all fucking draft season, but hey, he looked decent. I mean, we don't necessarily need that type of receiver, so it's fine. But he looked nice. Bills, Ravens dominate. They just dominated them straight up and down.
Yeah,
wasn't fair. It was weird. Wasn't even It showed that the Bills are not capable of getting in a shootout. They have to grind out games. Like, they got to run James Cook.
I'm just so confused on why they was getting bullied like that. They was letting the run game just bully them. I'm just like, the first play was like the most. Come on now, Derrick Henry getting through the line untouched that means them hoes got to be big.
Nobody caught him.
Like, you know how good of a block those have to be. Like the Derrick Henry just like, okay, cool. As soon as that happened, I said this is about to be a crazy game. I already knew. I was like, yeah, this game over.
He had 200 yards.
Y'all let Derrick Henry do that the first play. Y'all mentally already shot because it's now over. It's done. Like they know if Derrick Henry get loose, that's one thing you don't want. But then now you got Justice Hill getting play action bombs down the sideline because y'all too focused in the backfield. Like,
and then you can't do nothing because you're set up to get a lead, run the ball, and now you're down 14 immediately, basically. And it's like, oh, good luck.
Because they really ain't got no receiver who Keon Coleman was supposed to be, like outside receiver.
He's decent. He's not
but he
great.
Ain't that go. No. They don't have a go-to receiver like when they get down. Like, yeah, we're gonna force it to this guy. Get down there and just. They don't have that guy.
No, Keon Coleman just isn't fast enough to be that person. Like he gonna get open here and there, but he not.
Yeah, they need to move him more like maybe slot and get like an outside. Man. Like maybe hence why they probably pushing to go get Devontae. But
man,
but that I don't know that spot to be the second best team in the AFC always get switched around through the same. Everybody know what teams it is. It's like who's the second best, and then they all play each other and just like the single common denominator is one team beats all y'all.
Yeah.
And then all y'all beating up each other. It's just like, and they just sitting there watching. It's just like, oh yeah, y'all fight. It's like the Chiefs throw the food in the pit and watch all the Lions fight for it. Who's going to win the play? It's just like. Because every week it changes. Like who's the second best? Who can challenge the Chiefs? And it's always.
I don't think we don't have one right now because of that game. There isn't one. I don't think you can still say the Bills. I guess some people would probably still try to say the Bills, but they just got stomped by the Ravens. We beat the Ravens. So what are we talking about? So the Ravens.
If you want to do that theory, then everything. If you want to do that theory, then yeah. I mean, that's probably one of the only scenarios you can actually say that and actually believe it, because a lot of other people be like, well, the Patriots
this team beat that
Bengals,
team.
So
but this is one of those you got stomped though. That's the difference. Like they stomped the Bills. It wasn't just like, oh, we kind of just got the dub. No, they beat the fuck out the Bills. Like
no, they single-handedly took the number 2 spot easily. Like, so,
but is it really a number 2 if we already beat you? We already got y'all. We in y'all head. We in y'all head from the. It's 2 in a row. It's more than 2 in a row. They ain't lost to Lamar since 2020 or some crazy shit.
Who?
The Ravens ain't beat us since that fucking fumble.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The Ravens is the number 2 team.
But are you really the number 2 if you can't even come close to beating the number 1? At least the Bills beat us 3 times. At least they beat us every regular season. Fuck, they can't even beat us in the regular season.
I mean, but still, like, if the teams was to match up again, I'll probably still pick the Ravens to win.
Over the Chiefs.
No. I'm talking about
over the Bills
and the Ravens.
Yeah.
Right. So in my eyes, they'll be the number 2 team.
Yeah, but I'm saying,
even though I'm not going to judge you off like how you do again. I mean, because everybody has their history against problems. One team.
Yeah.
So, but I know for one, we could beat both y'all. Like,
yeah. Well, let's jump to a game that was a little more silly. Titans Dolphins. So Will Levis throws a pick and then hurts himself in what 4 plays? 4 plays in the game.
What's crazy is this man have your hopes so high on a drive and look competent.
Yep.
And then do the dumbest. Bro, you threw the ball. Like, what did you see the pick?
Yeah.
The pick was just like, what the.
And then he went back to the sideline and said, I didn't see him. You didn't see him?
It was 3 of them. It was like 3
he's a
dudes
defense. He's 6'5", 300 pounds. That's one of the biggest people on the field. You didn't see him dropping the coverage?
Bro, it was 3 dudes around
I
the
know,
receiver.
but
Like
the
you
fact that you
couldn't
didn't
get
see the
that.
one that was right in front of the receiver, he was one step away from him.
Did you see? Did you hear what the commentator said? The commentator said, "Oh, he tried to throw the ball through him."
Yeah.
It's just like right, because like what the hell?
And the
Like,
other weird
he
thing, it would have been more acceptable if he looked off, like if he would look right and then came back left. He did not. He snapped and looked and
and
threw it
look
still.
and
Like,
and it was like a 3-step drop back. It was
yeah,
like a quick
you
hitch.
was looking there
1,
the
2, 3,
whole time.
bow. And I was just like,
What was you looking at? You didn't see him. Where the fuck was you looking?
you know what?
And they won.
I know, but
That's
you know
how
what?
bad the Dolphins are.
Yeah, the Dolphins. It's so much to take from that. That game, I was losing so many brain cells. I'm like, what the hell am I watching?
I just stopped watching. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Will Levis on the sideline. They saying he not coming back because of his shoulder, but I feel like he probably could, but they just didn't want him back out there.
Yeah.
And then they put Mason Rudolph. Mason, how is he in the league? I don't know who I dislike more now. Like Mason Rudolph looked scared.
Yeah.
I feel sorry for
Mason
those
Rudolph's career. Oh yeah.
They
got nice receivers. Tyler, they got nice weapons.
Yeah, I'm Calvin Ridley, and it's like the quarterbacks miss them, and then when they do get a good throw, it's just like they drop it because they're like, "Oh, I ain't
caught a ball in fucking 3 quarters. I ain't got a target in 2 quarters. What the fuck? The ball ain't even made it over here to me.
They dropped the ball like they didn't know it was gonna get there. Like, damn, he actually made the throw.
That? Oh shit. But we'll leave that shitty bowl down there. The next one, I started watching this game at the second half. Seahawks Lions. That was a good game. That was a really good game.
Yeah, that was good. I was watching actually both of them. The Dolphins game was so trash that I was watching both of them at the same time. I just had the Dolphins on like speaker or whatever, and then I was actually watching the Lions game. But it's just...
So, what's your how do you feel about Jared Goff? And then I'll go after you. Like, what's your thoughts on that game? 18 for 18, 300 yards is like, what the how?
Talk about a offense humming, like, but I don't know. I just feel like the Lions got a good offense though. Like,
I have a counterpoint to that.
I don't think
think about this. The Seahawks gave up 20 to the Broncos, 20 to the Patriots. Now, the Dolphins one was a little weird, because Tua's not there and all that shit. But you gave up 20 to 2 of the worst teams in the league. And I wonder if the Seahawks defense is a little shakier than – because you would think it's the Seahawks. Right. They got Mike McDonald is the head coach now.
So which is
defensive guy. You would think their defense would be solid, but
he
they're
came
in shootouts.
From Detroit, right?
No, he came from the Ravens.
McDonald. Yeah.
So it's like you would think they wouldn't be every game. I mean, 26-20 isn't really a shootout, but it is when you play in the Broncos. The fact they scored 20 is like 20 a miracle.
Right, man.
Same with the Patriots. So it's like I wonder if it's a little like maybe the back end of that Seahawks is. I know you had the
if a quarterback
Woolen and Witherspoon at the corners.
It's supposed to be but if a quarterback going 18 for 18 and 250 plus, then obviously the back end is we got to start thinking about like what's going on because damn, y'all can't force an incompletion. Like
same for the Lions. Think about that. Like it was so funny to listen to one of the people talk about the Lions, and they said something about like we didn't know that their secondary wasn't good. Who didn't know that? Their secondary wasn't good last year just because they drafted the corner from Bama. Like that didn't do shit. That's one person, and he ain't been good all year.
Yeah, because the Lions defense was getting handled too.
They was getting killed. So. Listen to this: DK Metcalf 100 yards, 6 for 100. Tyler Lockett 5 for 61. JSN 8 for 51. Charbonnet had 40 out the backfield. Like Kenneth Walker was fucking unstoppable.
Man,
I can't believe he only had 80 yards, but he looked unstoppable. Like every time he touched the ball, it was like nobody could tackle him. Like so, the Lions defense to me, that's a little. Now I know Goff ain't been good the first 3 weeks up until this.
No, this was his breakout game. That's what I was saying. Like this year, he ain't been like last year where he was out there just going crazy. But this year he kind of came back down to, you know,
all the way back down to Rams Jared Goff a little bit.
Right. So what is Jared Goff's career? You know, his first 3 games, and then he'll probably have 3-4 more games like this past weekend where he lighted up.
Maybe this got him back on track, and they'll start, you know, they'll take off a little bit. The offense will get their little mojo back. Who knows?
I mean, I got them getting their mojo back a little bit in my top 10. So
let's jump to that. Let's I got all 32 teams listed in order. so where you want to start from? Let's both go. We'll start top down, and we'll go back and forth, and we'll talk about it each spot. So you want to go first? You want me to go first for number 1?
We already know who we got number 1.
It's easy. It's too easy.
It's not.
They don't play good. They play like garbage. The defense, one game is a little off. The offense, one game is a little off. But guess what? 4-0.
Yeah, it's not even a distance.
Who's still undefeated? Who else is undefeated? It's just us?
Vikings.
Yeah, yep. Okay, so we got the Chiefs.
We're not going to talk about that.
It's Chiefs number 1 for both of us. Okay, so let's go to the number 2 slot. Who you got number 2 slot? I feel like I already know.
Ravens.
I already know. Ravens. I got Ravens number 2 also.
It's easy.
Even though I was arguing with you, you have to. There's no other option. That was my point of like there isn't another option for anybody to be number 2 but the Ravens.
The top 3, 4.
So
we should probably start having.
Who you got number 3?
I still got the Bills.
I still got the Bills too. That's hilarious.
Just because you lose to the number, you was number 2. They was 3. They beat you. Y'all just switched spots.
Yeah, y'all both. Yeah, come on now. Okay, so
we're not gonna just bring somebody else up there because you lost to the other good team in the league.
So I'm gonna assume you got Vikings 4 then.
Yeah, that's true.
I got Vikings 4 also. Yeah, so we got. I don't
think the Vikings can beat those teams, but I think the Vikings as well. They've been playing the first 4 weeks.
Anybody else.
Same
shit. Now here's where we might differ a little bit. Who do you have 5?
Commanders.
Oh, okay. I do not have the Commanders.
I got
nearly
the Commanders
as high.
at 5.
I got the Texans 5.
Heck no. I would take that straight. I would take that if that was a game, I would take the Commanders money line on that one.
That's
right
crazy.
now.
That is crazy.
I would.
Do they play this year?
But this is going off our top.
Give me your Commanders take. Give me your Commanders take.
Well, I mean, I think it's pretty easy. 3-1. They got some good wins in there, and then wait. So now we're gonna call them mid wins because we didn't have the Commanders high at all.
Giants, Bengals, Cardinals is good wins.
The Cardinals was sneaky good at
Cardinals
the end of the year.
I'll give you Bengals, Cardinals is all right.
People still got the Bengals. People were still saying they wasn't scared of wasn't worried about the Bengals when they was 0-3 and things like that. They'll pick it back up. They do this every year. So now and then nobody really had the Commanders doing this good. And now that they showing what they can actually do, they're efficient.
Gets them top 5 though.
But as of right now, this is a week 4 top 10 teams.
You trust Cliff Kingsbury to not go. To not have a slump in the second half.
We're thinking, this is not a, what do you think is going to happen?
Mine's mixed a little bit. It's a little bit of like going forward and
week 4. This is my week 4. This is where I feel like, because you're going to tell based on my list where this is not like a longevity type list for me. It's more of like how's people been playing up to this point.
Okay. So
that's why I got the Commanders at 5.
I got Texans 5 because it's simple. Like, they had a good year last year, and they're just gritting out wins the same as the number 1 team. So I feel like they're just they're basically like a baby Chiefs kind of.
Right.
So I just they look good. They 3-1 still? They still 3-1? Hey.
Yeah.
I'll take that. They got the same record, so it's like they might not be executing, but they still getting it done.
They're 3-1 right now, but I feel like every team that I have above them right now.
Damn, where you got them at? Because you're gonna be tripped out when you see how low I got the Commanders. Then, so okay, let's go to 6. Who you got 6? Or I'll tell you who I got 6. I got the 49ers 6. Everybody's hurt. The fact that they still they getting wins and everybody's hurt. So I feel like that puts you above certain teams that have been not playing well, but are still winning also, just because everybody's fucking hurt and y'all still are having. They had a close game with the Vikings. You know what I mean? So it's like,
yeah.
I feel like they haven't hit their stride yet. I feel like the 49ers are one of those teams. They just haven't hit they season form. They still kind of like feels like they in preseason mode watching them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So who you got 6?
I got the Bucks.
Okay.
Yeah. You know, the same issues. They 3-1. Baker lighting up the show. We just talking about him earlier, finally finding his groove back. I think easy division if you want to think long term for him. I mean, not an easy division, but I feel like they're still the best team right now. And even though the division is getting better, like they could possibly have 2 teams in my top 10. You never know. But
that's crazy. I don't know who the second one is, so that's crazy. But no, you don't have to say. No, we'll get there if they there.
How about the second one is more of a, you know, just like if you want to say longevity pick, I feel like they could squeeze into the playoffs. Get it
together. All right, so you got.
But I feel like the Bucks right now is a
fuck. Bucks is in my top 10. I want to point that out. It's just 6.
Yeah,
I got a couple teams that's better than them.
I don't think right now. I think the Bucks could do what they could do.
And there's another reason. I partially I put the 49ers up there too because Brock Purdy has stepped it up. Like, there's no other way to say it. No receivers, no Brandon Ayuk trash, and he's actually playing better than he did last year. So I gotta give it up to, like, if they can get some semblance of shit going, then, you know, they've been looking all right. They've just been getting beat by better teams. Because who they lost to a team that's in the top, that we both got top 4, that you could argue is the third best team if you want to kick Bills or somebody down. Yeah. Who else did they lose to? The other loss is a little weird, though, if I remember correctly.
They lost to the Rams, right?
Yes, that weird game. Yeah. A weird fumble. Like, yeah, come on. But, yeah. So, 7. Who you got 7?
Hold on. My list just came on. I got the Lions at 7.
Same. Lions at 7. That's what is going on? Oh, we got the same shit. They'll be higher up if I feel like, for me, they'll be higher up if Jared Goff played better. Simple as that.
I just want to
ass kind of.
Yeah, but I want to see them win a gritty game.
I mean, they did. They just did. The Seahawks game was pretty gritty till the last 5 minutes. Yeah, but
I'm saying gritty. I'm saying gritty as in, like, not relying on a shootout,
just
like
a grinded out game,
like the ones the Chiefs been winning against these top teams. Like,
I don't think Jared Goff is capable of that. That's the problem.
I want to say, but if they want to get, you got to have those wins. You got to have those type of wins when playoff season come around.
That's why I got the Texans so high. That for me, that's what pushed them up. For me, is all 3 wins are fucking. They just barely hanging on and winning the game.
Yeah, but I can't do that when one of your games was you did that against the Jags. Like, that makes me feel some type of way.
Like, I kind of felt like that too a little bit watching the Jags game, but I'm holding out hope. That's, you know, division game. We always say division game. So it was weird.
I guess the Chiefs just did
thing,
it, but
yeah.
but they are allowed to. That's what the people don't understand. People like, y'all treat the Chiefs. Yeah, they're allowed to do things like this because we've seen them overcome it.
You got that's the pedigree,
why they 3-time Super Bowl champs. They can do things like that. These other teams have less teams. You see how easy we move the Bills and the Ravens from 3 to 2 just because the other one, because there's one no just like, yeah. Right. There's no just like, it don't matter. Yeah, it does matter with these teams. Right. So
who you got 8?
That's where my 49ers come in.
Okay. Oh, so we're not too far off.
So I just feel like
2 spots.
This is more basically on me not being able to watch their games, so I can't really give takes on how they watch. But I know they are winning, but the injuries always have a plague on me, as in, like, any given moment they could lose. I feel like, because they don't have those players.
For sure.
So I'm just putting them at 8 to be safe, because if somebody got them in their top 5, they could drop 2 games because of injuries, and now they're probably going to be the 8th best team. So I'm just putting them where they're probably going to be in the next couple weeks.
Now, this is contradictory a little bit to what I was saying earlier, but I got the Seahawks 8. I think the offense is just too explosive. Geno's on fire.
Yeah.
Oh shit. But yeah, he's on fire. That whole offense is stacked top to bottom. Like Charbonnet, Kenneth Walker, DK Metcalf, JSN.
That's a
fucking
dominant
Lockett.
offense. Like, just think about if they had well, they got a Geno, but think about maybe once they find because Geno might be Alex Smith. Maybe if they find they quarterback and plug it with there, then it might be a match made in heaven.
If you don't have it, well, even if you make the playoffs, go trade up, get Shedeur, and call it a day. Sit him behind Geno, who's the perfect example for what he could be in the league. Let him learn, and then let him go with all them weapons and just go crazy. Because you got to think Geno is paid. So if you swap him out with a rookie quarterback, that's more players to add to the team. He threw a fucking dart.
Damn, man.
Jesus. Okay, so 9. I have the Pittsburgh Steelers at 9. It just TJ Watt is a fucking Justin Fields doing just enough.
We probably won't get to it, but they're that pretender and contender shit. They definitely still pretending to me. So defense contends. I don't think that offense can travel for playoffs.
Yeah,
fair. You're not gonna win no 9-6 games in the playoffs. Your defense is gonna give up at least 14 or something. You're gonna be. I don't think they can score 14 points.
I think they can do just enough. I think they've scored 20 in 2 of the games. They scored 20. They had that 6. They had 18 from field goals. Does that count? Kick 6 field goals, like.
I like Justin, my boy. So I always ride for my boy Justin, but I just don't feel like they're a top 10 team right now. I don't know. It's just
that's fair. I just think the defense.
I would say they got a top 10 defense, definitely. But
I know they scored 20 once. That's it. Well, no, they scored 20 twice. They just lost to the Colts. So, but okay, 10. Who you got 10?
See, this is where I was conflicted.
All right.
Because I got 2 teams I didn't know what to put down, and it's the Falcons and the Seahawks.
Really? You got the Falcons the same level as the Seahawks?
I don't know. Wait, one, shout out to my boy Bijan.
Okay.
Hook them horns. But that's the only reason why, to be perfectly honest.
Hey, I think Brian Thomas on the Jags, but you don't give a fuck about that. But go
ahead. But and yeah, AD Mitchell on the Colts. I don't care about that either. But no, I think the Falcons. I got them as a team that could squeak into the play. I don't think their schedule is really.
Is this because they had a close game with the Chiefs? I feel like that's you giving them credit for having a close game with the Chiefs.
Okay, let me add the Chiefs and the Bengals in there too. Like it's just like saying. No, but out of all the teams that had a close game with the Chiefs, the team that I believed in that actually could be them is the Falcons. If they play like that, I mean, because look at them now. I mean, it's only the first quarter, but this is a team that we both got in our top 10 as well, and so they first drive looked good.
Yeah, solid. So, they went right down the field. Yeah,
even though I never get sidetracked with the first drive because everybody know the first 15 plays is scripted, so they know exactly what they're gonna do.
Then we make adjustments and figure it out.
Yeah, so I never go off the first drive. That's why I never trip when the team scores first. I'm like, okay, good, they got their scripted plays out the way. Let's see what they can do.
Let's see what they got.
But I mean, they scripted plays work. Mm-hmm. So
I had Buccaneers 10. And then the Seahawks. That's the funny part.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Yeah, Seahawks. Yeah.
I was about to say the Seahawks kind of what you said, like. Skeptical on the defense, but I think the offense can debang with anybody until they play against I think their issue is going to be when they play against an actual top 10 defense that can slow them down. Mm-hmm. And if that top 10 defense has at least a competent quarterback that can score, what would the outcome be?
Yeah, like somebody to shut them down a little bit, and I can see that.
Because everybody know how to get Geno off. It's frazzle him a little bit. Put hands on the receivers. DK Metcalf is good for a personal foul when he get mad. Yeah. So everybody know what to do. So, but no, I think they're pretty high on top 10, 10, 11, whatever the hell, Falcons, Seahawks. Saints had an honorable mention, but.
So I'll run you through the next couple of mine. 11, I had the Packers because they got 2 wins with Malik Willis. Like, that was, all right. It don't matter who they played. That shit was crazy. 12 is where I had the Commanders, right under the Packers, just outside the top 10. So they right there. You know, I just think they're going to come down to earth. It's going to happen. Like everybody, we can look at it, and it's this historic run. But so Kyler Murray did the same thing. Then they lost 7 straight. They went 0-7 the rest of the year. So Commanders. Next, I had the Cardinals right behind them. Colts, Falcons, Saints. And the Cardinals are a team. They got fucked by their schedule. If you look at it, because look who they. Hold on, let me pull it up so I can show you or tell the people who they played. The Bills, the Rams. They beat them, but they played the Lions and Commanders.
That's the Cardinals schedule.
Yeah, they 3 losses are teams we got in the top 10. So it's like I can't be mad at this was the only. I mean, this was the only blowout. The Bills was a close game, and we both look at them top 3. That was a 1-score game. The Lions was a 1-score game. We got them in the top 10. So I feel like the Cardinals was one of those. They a victim of their schedule. Like, and they play the Niners and Packers next. They don't have an easy.
Well, the Niners in their division.
Yeah, they easy stretch is Chargers, Dolphins, Bears, Jets. Then they play Seahawks, Vikings, Seahawks. Like, their division is on fire right now. Like, or
because they got a 4th place schedule, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
So it's tough. They might, you know, now that I look at the schedule, it's going to be rough for them to get to 8 wins, but I'm holding out hope. So Cardinals, 14 I had Colts, 15 Falcons, 16 Saints. I don't necessarily believe in the little NFC South thing right now that people are kind of they're 2-2. Like, okay, the Saints had a nice blowout in the first game, but we still holding on to that. We still holding on to the first 2 games like that.
No.
Okay.
I mean,
yeah, because you didn't have the Saints up there, but people still keep talking about the Saints. 17.
I mean, I had the Saints in the top 15.
Okay, I mean they're right there. 16. 17 Eagles, 18 Jets, 19 Chargers, 20 Cowboys, 21 Broncos. What? Oh, there go a couple yards for you,
man. But you know what? And the Eagles better be glad some of these other teams really suck to be even 17 because
they could be worse.
Wait, man, listen.
You lucky the Jets. That's why I put the Jets under them, the Cowboys under them,
the Titans and everybody else because
Rams, Bengals, Jags, Dolphins, Browns.
You can make arguments that somebody be like, well, they could be like the 20th best team or something down there. Like,
think about this. Think about this. I got the Eagles 17. But there's realistic versions where the Jets, the Chargers, the Cowboys, the Rams, the Bengals, the Jags, the Browns, the Dolphins are all similar to they were last year and just good teams. Motherfucker, that's 8 teams. What did that put? That put them at like 25. That puts them in the bottom 5-6 teams in the league of just like, okay, you got Saquon and then throw the ball to A.J. Brown somewhere. And then throw a little 10-yard in to fucking Devontae Smith.
But how, I don't know, I don't know. The Eagles just look like ever since the Super Bowl loss, man.
Fucked them up. It fucked them up. Let's go on to the quarterbacks. Because I feel like we're going to have way different quarterbacks, though. That's where I feel like this is going to get odd. So, again, I did 32. This did everybody. You want to start? You want me to start? How you want to go?
No, you can start.
Number 1, I got Josh Allen.
Right now, we going off right now. Right?
First through the first 4 weeks. Yeah, this ain't. The way I did quarterbacks, I didn't do the into the future shit. I just did the who's been the best quarterback through the 4 weeks. It's Josh Allen. What is he? 6 or 7 touchdowns, no picks. We're talking about Josh Allen a month in with no picks. Then you get to be number 1 now. You get to be number 1 right now, and I never do that. I always say we hype Josh Allen, but after last year where it was like people started doing that shit. He didn't have the weapons, and he was getting dogged all year, and then he came back and we made him Superman. It's like, well, wait, no, he's somewhere in between. Hey, he doesn't have any weapons and he's struggling, and he's Superman. Like, and I think that's where he's at right now. Number 1, but you're not Superman. Nobody's Superman right now. Shit. So you got number 1. I'm gonna Pat.
Yeah, of course.
I don't think that got to be some projection. I'm not moving. Pat has not been good.
Well, one, because I thought we made the top 10 quarterback list was more off just like top 10 quarterback. I didn't know
In
we was going off.
general, okay.
I didn't base it off of how I did my top 10 teams. If that was
okay,
kind of sort of, but not sort of like how I do with the Chiefs. Pat can't lose his number one because it's just fair. Like. He still when it comes down to well then when it comes down to he might be bullshit the top 3 quarters, but then it's like, all right, we actually need this drive pass. Stop being Boosie.
He go do it. Yeah,
he go do it. So it's just like,
oh fuck, this is gonna be a weird back and forth then. Okay, so you go to number 2 next then. Who you got number 2? Lamar?
No, I got Josh.
Okay, Allen. So you got Pat and Josh. I got Sam Darnold number 2.
Okay, well, this is definitely off of just like this
the first
year.
4 weeks, yeah.
So like, yeah.
Because to me, it's not even a question that he's number 2. I mean, you can make the argument for the guy I got number 3. That's about it. I got Jaden Daniels number 3, and that's the only argument you could make for number 2. Like it's them 2, and then the next couple is. So who you got number 3?
Yeah, so I got Lamar 3.
Okay. Lamar's up there.
Yeah, so I got. Yeah, so my top 3 kind of lines up with my top. Those 3 teams and those 3 quarterbacks is more just
head
like
of the class, yeah.
Y'all all deserve for me not to we do top anything.
They gotta be up there.
Disrupt your hierarchy up there because like y'all deserve that. Like those are the only 3 people I would do when I do top 10. Y'all might switch with each other theoretically in some of these lists, but all y'all deserve to be up there, and that's all it is. And then that's all I'm gonna do. So I'm always gonna do that just for respect for those players until they show me that I don't. But anything under them, like watch Joe Burrow would not even touch this list. I don't. So it's just like so those 3 quarterbacks right now is the only ones because my 4 right now, Sam Darnold.
Okay, that makes sense though.
Right. So it's just like the first quarterback after those 3 that I feel like up to this point deserves a top spot, and it's probably him.
Okay. Number 4, I got Baker. Like I said earlier, he had 8 touchdowns, 2 picks, 1,000 yards. Like he's wheeling and dealing out there. It's, nice Oklahoma Baker kind of. Like he's really, or I guess back Cleveland and taking them to the playoffs. Baker, he's got his mojo back. Whatever the fuck happened over these past 2 years, he's finally settled in a system and getting to stay there. I guess not really because the offensive coordinator is gone, but he gets to steadily just stick to his team with the same head coach and just keep pressing on. Let's just keep going. 5 is where I got Lamar. I think the rushing stats that he's been running the ball puts him up there.
Yeah, but I'm not surprised. Like I said, I'm not mad that he's at 5 because if somebody told me I'm not surprised about his rushing stats no more, I couldn't be mad at it. Yeah. Just like, the first couple of years is cool, and now it's just like we know he can do that.
We know what you're doing. You're just doing the same thing. That's why he's not higher than that. You at 5, you're steady. You're doing what you're supposed to do.
I'm not going to give you the MVP. Like once Russell Westbrook did triple doubles, and it's just like okay, it's who cares no more. Like we don't even the triple doubles not even thing. Like we got Joker doing it like crazy now too. Yeah. So it's like at this point it's just like we seen it.
Yeah, we've seen it before. Who you got 5?
Jaden Daniels.
Okay. Nice. So you have like the top 3 and then you kind of have like the same all right, now my list is based off this year because we got them in the same order. Sam Darnold, Jaden Daniels is like the same order so far. Okay, so who you got 6?
Brock Purdy.
Nice. See, I got Brock Purdy. See, this where you're probably gonna get upset. So at 6, I got Pat. That's where Mahomes is at 6. You throw 6 picks in 4 games, 6 and 6, and you under 800 yards.
Yeah,
it's not great. 8. It's not great. Like mine's more based off just this year. It's not great. You're not top 5 right now. Your performance is not top 5 compared to the other guys that are killing in the league right now. It's just not. It's not.
And then killing is a soft statement because they're not really killing. They're just doing better. Like at this moment,
they're not winning though. They're not winning more. That's the funny part. So it's like I'm with you putting Pat at the top. I'm not against that because 4-0. I'm getting it done. But the picks and
it's
the
just
frantic nature of it. Yeah, it's
just ugly.
It's not the same as Sam Darnold right now or Jaden Daniels.
He's relying too much on just throwing. He just need to get back to basics. That's all it is.
Normal, yeah. So 7, I got Brock Purdy right there at 7. Just, he's got better. He's better. He's broached into the top 10 finally for me. Like, okay, you got better. Last year it was, and people would be upset, but like last year was one thing. The Avengers are gone, and he still looks decent. He looks good. He looks like a good quarterback, even without all the weapons. Even with Brandon Ayuk not being great this year, like he still looks. Even with the defense giving up points, he looks good. He looks better than he was. Like, I had to put him up there. So who you got 7?
Baker.
Okay.
Yeah. So I mean
that makes sense. So we literally, if we have the same order of like the guys this year: Darnold, Jaden, Baker. I have them 2, 3, 4. You have them 4, 5, 6, or 4, 6, 7. Just Brock.
Well, Purdy's, I got
Purdy's in there.
Yeah.
So okay, who you got 8?
Geno.
Geno's next.
Yeah.
So I got at 8. I got Kyler Murray. I think he's still, he's been. What do you want the man to do? He's playing the best teams in the league right now. Like, his schedule is fucked up, and they're not a great team. They're like I said, a sneaky, pretty good team. If I would have known some of these other teams, like the Commanders and the Vikings, would have been good. And when I looked at their schedule, it would have been like, oh yeah, that's tough because you play them, you play the Commanders, you play the Vikings, you play these teams that are coming out of nowhere this year. Because before that, it was like, no, look at their schedule. They played these teams, and I thought the Seahawks would be a little more chump than they are again. So, but Kyler Murray's been good from what I watched. He looks
he was low on the Seahawks.
Yeah, Kyler Murray looks very back to normal. He looked like he's watching film. You want me to be straight up? He looked like he's actually watched the film finally. That's what it looked like. He's not out there just doing random fucking chuck it up down. I mean, you got Marvin Harrison Jr. You can
check it up wherever you want. To be honest,
he is doing that, and it's working. So,
well, he's open. So
yeah. So who you got 8? Did we already ask you about 8?
No. 8 would be Stafford for me.
Stafford, nice. I have Stafford a little bit lower. So okay, Stafford. 9 was Geno for me. That's who I had right after Kyler. He killing shit.
Yeah.
But it's the weapons. The amount of weapons you got. You've been in this system for what, 3 years now? You should be killing now.
You said Geno?
Yeah. So who got 9?
Yeah. Oh yeah. That was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9 was Stafford.
Okay, so who's
10,
in the last one in 10?
10 is my Kyler.
You got Kyler in the 10.
Yeah,
wow, I got CJ Stroud in the top 10?
Not right now.
Wow. I never thought I'd see the day. I mean, hey, look at me. No Jordan Love in the top 10.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was saying. No. Yeah,
that's tough.
It's tough out here, man. Like, sophomore year quarterback.
This is I ain't gonna lie. This is a nasty group of quarterbacks.
Who'd have think Sam Darnold, Jaden Daniels, Baker, Geno, Kyler, and Stafford would be a top 10 list.
Let me go back. Let me see if I can find some shit back from the beginning of last season to see what
like the preseason top 10.
Yeah.
I think we had. I don't know. I could. What did we say? You had that.
I got the notes somewhere. Okay, so this is perfect. Oh no, that's not it. Yes. So literally this exact same week, October 5th, 2023. This is the order of quarterbacks.
We did a top 10.
We did a draft, if you remember that. And so my draft board is Mahomes, Josh Allen, Herbert, Burrow, Lamar, Trevor, Tua, Hurts, CJ Stroud, Stafford, Aaron Rodgers, Kirk Cousins, Goff, Dak, Baker, Jordan Love, top 16, top half of the league. It's really that is crazy how much it switched. We got 4 of 16, or for me, I got 4 of the 16 in the same spots. Like, that's it. The staples: Mahomes, Josh Allen, Lamar, and then CJ Stroud is still in the top 10 for me. So we're in that should go to show you we're in a weird, fucked up year, bro.
This nigga, wait. Hold on.
He missed it
again. The same exact way. He missed it the exact same way he missed it the first time.
Hook right, hook back left. He kicked a knuckleball.
How you missed the? He missed the first one. Had a chance to do it again and missed it again.
Oh fuck! I wasn't even paying attention. Fuck. Damn, young Hoku, or excuse me, young Wei Ku.
Young Hoku, but yeah.
Yeah, this is a nasty year for quarterbacks, man.
But it was like this last year.
So here, let me give you the rest since I did a whole 32. 10 I had CJ Stroud, just to, that's why I was amazed you didn't have CJ right there. 11 I have Burrow, 12 Derek Carr, 13 Herbert, 14 is where I had Stafford, 15 is where I got Dak, 16 is Aaron Rodgers, 17 is Jordan Love, 18 is Jared Goff, 19 Andy Dalton, 20 Kirk Cousins, 21 Justin Fields, 22 Anthony Richardson, 23 Jalen Hurts, 24 Caleb Williams, 25 Gardner, 26 Daniel Jones, 27 Bo Nix, 28 Trevor Lawrence, 29 Deshaun Watson, 30 Will Levis, 31 Jacoby Brissett, and 32 whoever the Dolphins quarterback is. Whoever the Dolphins quarterback is 32. It don't matter which one it is. Yeah, Skylar Thompson, Tyler Huntley, don't matter who it is. They the worst quarterback in the league. I almost put Bryce Young in at 33, but that felt cruel. To just put him in under the Dolphins quarterbacks felt fucked up. But yeah. So yeah, that's our top 10. So you want to go read your top 10 all the way through, and I'll read mine off again.
So let me get to it. Checking these bets out. But I got Pat 1, Allen 2, Lamar 3, Sam Darnold 4, Jaden Daniels 5, Brock Purdy 6, Baker 7, Geno 8, Matthew Stafford 9, Kyler Murray 10.
Okay. And I got Josh Allen 1, Sam Darnold 2, Jaden Daniels 3, Baker Mayfield 4, Lamar Jackson 5, Patrick Mahomes 6, Brock Purdy 7, Kyler Murray 8, Geno Smith 9, and C.J. Stroud 10, with Joe Burrow peeking over the hill, looking at the top 10. All right, I think we don't need to have the conversation for a fourth or fifth time, however many it is, but it's where I think the theory's alive. The theory's alive and well.
If they just listen to us, then that'd be okay. Like, I just don't understand. Like,
just go back to the video from last year. Is there a quarterback epidemic? And you'll see. We laid it all out there. We laid it all out earlier. Oh, shut up, sneaks. We've laid this out a few times now. So
a few times, like, and then check out our answer to the problem 2 weeks ago when we said exactly what y'all need to do at NFL. Mm-hmm. Do it how the NBA does it. You can't get a max deal unless you get an All-Pro or make an All-Pro team.
Like, no more of these ruining teams with these ridiculous contracts and then going 0-4. Jaguars.
Right. Thank you, Trevor.
Bengals.
And then also Christian Kirk. Did he win an All-Pro that year? He got paid that money, or did they just pay him that money?
They just paid him $20 million. Like, it wasn't that. But man,
yeah. Thank you, everybody in NFL. Like, get these men, make these men work for their goddamn money, not just give it to them because you think you have to. Like, this shit's out of control. Like,
it's getting silly now.
We got linemen making money and they don't even know how to snap cadence. Like, they holding crazy. Every damn down. It's just like, oh, but he's one of the best linemen when he's not holding. Just like, but he holds. Like, what the fuck are we doing?
We're just making a lot of excuses for mediocre play, and we need to get back to
Orlando Brown Jr. can't even hold a block, but he can get paid $40 million or whatever the hell they paying.
Damn, he sold that shit.
Man.
But I think that's it. We'll skip the pretenders, contenders. We'll do that next week.
Yeah,
we'll start off.
1 week ain't gonna change it.
No, it probably will though. That's the funniest part. It'll probably change that shit dramatically.
I'm gonna look at that list again next week.
Like,
and be like, oh shit.
Okay, these are pretty obvious. Some of these are obvious now.
Right. I don't know, because all that shit I talked about the Steelers, who they play this week, because they can turn into a contender depending on what they do this week, or are they on the bye?
Let me see. Let's see. No, I think they play. Or no, they might be on the bye. No, Cowboys. Y'all better not lose.
It's people up there saying, can the Cowboys pull an upset? That's how down and out the Cowboys are this year. I said, Sunday can they pull an upset? against the Steelers. How is
Steelers? Look how far we've come from last year. This is a whole new year.
Can the Cowboys pull an upset against the Steelers with Justin Fields as the quarterback? It's just like, get the hell out of here. Y'all just paid $100 million a year to 2 players, and y'all up here talking about upsetting the Steelers. Why? Because they 3-0.
Man,
is that why they calling it an upset?
And here's another thing before we get out of here. The NBA season starts tomorrow. Preseason is tomorrow. Just want to throw that out there. I know we mainly football, but that's crazy, right? The fucking NBA season is back again.
Wait, we was just talking shit on how we was glad it was gone, and now we're gonna have to start talking about this shit again.
Yep.
All right, let me get my quick NBA takeout. I don't know how I feel about the cat situation yet.
Oh,
I gotta see how that play out before I think about anything.
I think everybody keeps talking about they both won, and then people I don't think that Julius Randle is going to work on the Timberwolves. I don't think they him just standing at the free throw line trying to go ISO on everybody is not going to sit well with the rest of those guys.
I'm kind of upset because if y'all wanted to do this trade, could y'all at least waited until we seen how the Knicks all played, the Villanova Knicks played first?
Right?
I kind of wanted to see all of them. I kind of wanted to see all them play together at least one game.
But DiVincenzo was going to be the 8th man off the bench. That's the problem.
Yeah, he said he was. I guess a word on the street is he was tired of it. He didn't want the road cut.
Yep, he wanted to basically be 6th man or starting. It was like,
yeah, but didn't they just sign him?
Yeah, it ain't no spot for him. You got to think.
But didn't he just get a new deal?
I think so, but still, think about it. Brunson, Bridges.
I ain't gonna argue about being the 8th man making $20 million.
Think about it. Brunson, Bridges, Josh Hart.
They all go
OG at that point, and now Cat, but that would have been Julius Randle / Mitchell Robinson. You're not breaking that. You're not breaking that 5. Stop.
Well, now you got Diva Vince. What is his name? I can't even pronounce
Dante
it.
DiVincenzo.
Yeah, but with Ant.
That's cool. You got a cool little. The thing with the Timberwolves. What they did when they bringing Julius Randle in is they have a nice bench that makes sense. Naz Reid, Rob Dillingham, and DiVincenzo now is a nice little triangle setup. Yeah, that's cool. That's a nice spark plug bench. Throw them in. Hey, y'all second team when they come in, it's no defense getting played.
Oh no!
Everybody score. Just go run. Start running. Rob run. DiVincenzo run. Naz Reid run. Everybody just run.
And then next take, and then we can take it out of here. I'm eager to see this Wemby Chris Paul connection.
You excited? And they talking about Wemby put on 15 pounds. He looks ridiculous. They
don't want that for the league though, because that was me and my bro's main concern. We used to talk shit about it all the time. These bigger, even though they might be shorter than you, the bigger ones are gonna put a shoulder in your ass and have you flying. And we seen it in the Olympics how some of those stronger dudes was putting a shoulder in him and he was getting pushed around a little bit. But if he gained 15 pounds,
here, let me pull this up because they got a little picture of him going around, and you could clearly see it. That nigga's neck done got bigger. Pause. How do I share the screen? I done forgot how to do that shit. Okay, share window. Share this window. Bam.
Oh damn!
Yeah, he put some weight on.
That's how that nigga really is, boy. It's about to be real dangerous for the league.
And that's what I mean. You can clearly see he didn't put on weight, bro. The nigga's neck the same size as his head and shit. It's serious. He coming back. It's gonna be scary. But all right, that's NBA takes. We'll get some more. We'll have to come up and do a little half NBA pod one of these kind of shitty weeks. There's gonna be a shitty NFL week the way everything been.
Yeah, when everybody on buys or something.
Yeah, it'll be fucking 7 teams on the bye. Yeah. But I hope you guys enjoyed, and we will see you next week.
Peace.